We decided to spend our first trip of 2021 in Cardiganshire, and we visited the campsite, which I will introduce later on. And I won't pronounce the name because I can't get my head around it. When we got there, we went for a wander along the coastal path around to Mwnt. There is a campsite, as you can see in some of the pictures. There's a campsite near Mwnt, but we were staying in this one where I'm almost filming from now. Sun was out. It was a lovely start to the short trip we had planned for our visit. One of the places that Karen did want to visit was Nevern Castle. Lovely little village. So this is the motte, the tower, or the base of it, at Nevern Castle, in the village of Nevern. And it looks like they've built some kind of sculpture or monument over there, which is going to be unveiled. As we go and film some orchids in a minute. And all you can hear is bird song and a chainsaw in the background. So that's the motte, and up the top there is a stone circle, which was originally the tower itself. And the walls are about 3 foot thick, made of slate. And we're just about to go and see if we can get up there. There's some sort of structure up here surrounded by that fence, but there's a fair old moat around there. Let's go and explore. The entire site is, or was at that time, May, completely covered in bluebells, and there was campions, and as you'll see shortly, there were orchids. It's not a massive little castle, but it's a lovely little location. And as I said earlier, it's a lovely little village. The church had wild garlic everywhere, and the walk up to the historic cross is well worth doing, either on the way up to the castle or after visiting the castle. In amongst the bluebells are these lovely, lovely little orchids. And there's a good stand of these just at the entrance where we park the van. And then down there, at the bottom of the hill, is somebody's garden. Garden shed or something. Fantastic little clump of orchids. Some like that one there, literally just emerging. Just on the side of this path. And that's the path that leads to the castle. And the motte is over there in those trees. And there's an information board. There's the motte where we were standing just now. And then we went and explored that mound over there, which you can see is also surrounded by a moat or a ravine. Oops. The whole site's fantastic, especially the flowers. There's not really a car park as such, we're just parked in a lay-by by the gate. And we're going to stop for coffee. There's a picnic table there, which is seen better days. But there's some loads of picnic tables actually around the Mwnt. You can just make out the shape of the cross there. And Karen says the pilgrims would kneel there on their pilgrimage to St David's in front of this cross. When we got here, I didn't actually see that cross there, I couldn't see that. What I saw was that shape above it. And it looks like there's a cross on its side. If I turn the camera like that, you see, you can see a shape. So I thought that was a cross. It took me a while to actually even notice it was actually right in front of me. But then looking at the slate here, it looks like they're doing, or some work has been done at some point in time to fill that crevice up, and the same there. And wherever we go around here, there's bluebells everywhere. And wild garlic. And then further up the hill, there are these footprints in the rock. Very noticeably foot-shaped, where over time, I assume that was cut out initially by hand, but that's worn into the shape of a foot. And there's the path, and just there on the left is the cross. We briefly visited Fishguard, primarily to Fishguard Fort, and we just had a look at the views from there. We were planning to return to Fishguard later on the week, but we ended up getting sidetracked at other parts around Cardigan. The whole purpose of the visit was to have a look around Cardigan itself. We are starting to think about where we're going to retire to long term, and I rather fancy living by the sea somewhere. Ideal world, I'd be up into Scotland, but it's probably not going to be very practical. Maybe somewhere in West Wales or Devon maybe might be a better option. But we do like Cardigan, and we certainly do like West Wales, down towards Pembrokeshire. And we revisited the area in August 2021, just before, unfortunately, Karen became very, very unwell, which rather curtailed our trips for 2021. spent 3 days here at Nant Y Croi Campsite, just outside of Cardigan, right on the coast, on the coastal path. So we were able to walk around to Mwnt on the first day. It was fantastic. Nobody here, despite the press saying campsites were full and councils cracking down on well camping. This was wonderful. We had it all to ourselves. There's the shower blocks and toilet block there, fresh water, reasonable Wi-Fi, good TV signal, absolute bargain. So this thing fascinated me. Absolutely amazing piece of driftwood, probably a root or a stump. But those who can remember a film called Dark Crystal, there were creatures in it called mystics. And this just reminded me of a mystic, or the skeleton of a mystic. Um, I would have brought this home if I could. It was just a wonderful piece of driftwood. We then wandered down further on Poppit Sands. Amazing. Just down from St Dogmaels on the other side of the river from Cardigan. Very windy, which why I'm doing this voiceover. The soundtrack I recorded was hopeless, but a lovely, lovely spot. People that live in St Dogmaels, they can walk down here. It's just really, really nice. We had amazing sunsets at the campsite as well. Really, I mean, look at that. It was gorgeous. And again, nobody there. That's the island in Cardigan Bay near Cardigan. But look at that. You know, it was a good few days away. And then round to Mwnt. We're just at the edge of the farmer's field for the campsite. And the wildflowers here are amazing. There's tiny little scillas, type of bluebell there. Actually, that's not. Who is it? They look like tiny little scillas anyway. Look at the colour of that sea.
gone.
Our last visit for this trip was to Newcastle Emlyn Castle. Bit of an experience getting there. Put the van in the car park, only to find out you weren't allowed to park vehicles over 3.5 tonnes, so we had to shift it. We ended up parked on the road. Very interesting town to walk about. Had a bit of grief getting some sandwiches. Karen ended up queuing for ages. But it was a fleeting visit, and I would like to go back and visit again. The castle's very, very interesting. Love the entrance.